What's up, YouTube? It's your man Abracadabra back with another tutorial. I wanted to share with you guys. It's sort of like a guide of looking at EQ processing. Alright, so if we can get into the video, I have this track and I'll play a little bit for you so you can hear it and you can see what it sounds like.
Yo, shit ain't a problem, that be the motto, run it to graves. Them boys on alert, be sure you don't jerk when they tell you the phrase. Take them to church, roll up the perk, make sure you get out of them seeds. That be the word, so I don't really touch that tree like Adam and Eve. 6 months in, that coronavirus will kill you like it's a disease. Yeah, it's getting harder to breathe while I just be catching them Z's. Tell all these niggas to back down, I'm leaving to pull out the Mac now. And I would just eat all these niggas, defeat all these niggas and watch when they tap out. Runaway train, put the tracks out, leave them tracks to the trap house. All about money, I cash out. When I start shipping, I lash out. I'll pay 100 a
Alright, so that's the track. Alright, so if I was to process this vocal, I would do it sort of like this. I would go down to the mix window, I would grab the EQ, and I'll just grab a stock EQ just for purposes of this video. And if I was to EQ it, it would look something like this.
Yo, shit ain't a problem, that be the motto, run it to graves. Them boys on alert, be sure you don't jerk when they tell you the phrase. Take them to church, roll up the perk, make sure you get out of them seeds. That be the word, so I don't really touch that tree like Adam and Eve. 6 months in, that coronavirus will kill you like it's a disease. Yeah, it's getting harder to breathe while I just be catching them Z's. Tell all these niggas to back down, I'm leaving to pull out the
Alright, so there's absolutely nothing wrong with EQ and vocals that way, but I found a more effective way to use EQ. It's basically looking at it EQ in 4 stages, alright? So you gotta look at it as you have the lows, you have the mid lows, you have the mid highs, and you have the highs. Alright, so the idea behind EQing this way, instead of just grabbing up Q, shifting around, finding what you don't like, cutting and boosting, this way it helps you train your ears much better to knowing exactly what you're trying to accomplish. So it starts off with listening to the track, trying to figure out what it needs. Like, alright, does it need more highs to enhance it? Does it need a little bit more lows for some boominess? You're listening to the track in context with the instrumental to try to understand, alright, what does the track needs to sound better? Alright, so instead of just blindly going into the EQ and swiping around trying to find, what sounds good and what doesn't sound good, you can listen to the track.
problem, that be the motto, run it to graves. Them boys on alert, be sure you don't jerk when they tell you the phrase. Take them to church, roll up the perk, make sure you get out of them seeds. That be the word, so I don't really touch that tree like Adam and Eve. 6 months in, that coronavirus will kill you like it's a disease. Yeah, it's getting harder to breathe while I just be catching them Z's. Tell all these niggas to back down, I'm leaving to pull out the Mac now. And I would just eat
Alright, so after listening to the track, I think it could use some presence, and presence usually around the 4 kilohertz to 6 kilohertz. Alright, so we're just gonna search the mid highs and see if we can give it some presence.
Ain't a problem, that be the motto, run it to graves. Them boys on alert, be sure you don't jerk when they tell you the phrase. Take them to church, roll up the perk, make sure you get out of them seeds. That be the word, so I don't really touch that tree like Adam and Eve. 6 months in, that coronavirus will kill you like it's a disease. Yeah, it's getting harder to breathe while I just be catching them Z's. Tell all these niggas to back down, I'm leaving to pull out the Mac now. And I would just eat all these niggas, defeat all these niggas and watch when they tap out. Runaway train, put the tracks out, leave them tracks to the trap house. All about money, I cash out. When I start shipping, I lash out. I'll pay 100 a major, out hunting, yeah, we eager. Niggas put price on my head and I come through great, you're happy to meet ya. Promise finish, I'll start, left hand in the air, it's stopping neither. It's all about diamonds and dough, I put on my God, I accomplish the goal.
Alright, so around 4 kilohertz was where it was lacking. We boosted it a couple dBs just to, give it a little bit of presence. And listening to the track also, I heard it sound a bit boxy. So we're just gonna search the mid lows to see if we can fix it.
Them boys on alert, be sure you don't jerk when they tell you the phrase. Take them to church, roll up the perk, make sure you get out of them seeds. That be the word, so I don't really touch that tree like Adam and Eve. 6 months in, that coronavirus will kill you like it's a disease. Yeah, it's getting harder to breathe while I just be catching them Z's. Tell all these niggas to back down, I'm leaving to pull out the Mac now. And I would just eat all these niggas, defeat all these niggas and watch when they tap out. Runaway train, put the tracks out, leave them tracks to the trap house. All about money, I cash out. When I start shipping, I lash out. I'll pay 100 a major, out hunting, yeah, we eager. Niggas put price on my head and I come through great, you're happy to meet ya. Promise finish, I'll start, left hand.
Alright, so we put it down 3 decibels, around 235 hertz. And since we're losing frequency volume, I'm just going to boost the overall gain just to bring it back. Alright, so I think it's sounding pretty good right now. I'm just going to check the mid highs to see if we can make it sound a little bit better. Maybe bring it up so it can stand out in the mix a bit.
That be the motto, get the grades. Them boys on alert, be sure you don't jerk when they tell you the phrase. Take them to church, roll up the perk, make sure you get all of them seeds. That be the worst, so I don't really touch that tree like Adam and Eve. 6 months in, that coronavirus will kill you like it's a disease. Yeah, it's getting harder to breathe while I just be catching them Z's. Tell all these niggas to back down, only reason to pull out the Mac now.
Alright, so I put it up around 700 hertz just to get it to stand out. And you know, that's pretty much it. Just a, you know, quick tip. You know, just to help guys that's mixing, it makes my mix sound 100% better just by breaking it down into these 4 stages instead of just blindly, you know, trying to find what sounds good, what doesn't sound good. All right, so the next mix you do, give this a shot, and I'll guarantee you that you will turn out better mixes. And all right, so that's it. My name is Abracadabra. Give this channel a like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, peace.